you need to start adding the spider legs. So your thread is coming out of 15-0. We are going to pick up two 15-0s. And if you pay attention closely, across exactly where this one your thread is coming out of, there is a 15-0 right here, and it's exactly in position across, and it's across of this one. Okay, so we are going to sew through that one. Remember, we pick up two seed beads, and we are going to pull, and this is what you should have. We are going to sew back through the same seed bead that we start before we pick up the two, and we are going to pull, we are going to sew up through one of the two we added, and we are going to pull, and right here, don't be afraid, and pull tight. We want this seed bead sit on top of the one we started, and you want this one to be on top of the one in the body. Okay, we are going to pick up two more, and we are going to sew through both of these seed beads. And we are going to sew back up through the one again, and we are going to sew up through two this time. And as you can see, we're already starting to add one of the legs. Right now we're just gonna pick up two, and this time we're just gonna come through one, and we are going to sew up through two. And this is very important, you gotta keep your tension really tight. Okay, so what you're gonna do now, you're gonna continue repeating this step. Pick up two, sew down through one, up to through, until you have 18 seed beads starting from here. You don't count the two first ones that you add, you just starting from now count 1 2, so add 16 more. And right here with this thread we are gonna make a turn because we need to go that way, so we're coming out of this 15, we're gonna sew through this. And if you prefer, you don't have to do it right now. I just like the way I did mine. I make the legs like I did one side and then the other one, and like that. You can just work on one side if you prefer. I just gonna show you how you're gonna position this thread. And right here you wanna sew up through this two. If you can't sew through two, just pass through one, it's okay. We need to sew up through this one. Up through these two. Up through these two. And up through 1 15, and you can repeat the same steps. Now on this side you're gonna sew. See, this is the one seed bead in the center. We are going to sew through this one up. Okay, and we are going to pick up 2 seed beads and sew through the same seed bead. Okay, sew back through the same seed bead and up through 1, and as you can see we're already making the other leg. Pick up 2 and sew back through 2, and if you can't sew through both at the same time, it's okay, just sew back through 1 because it gets a little bit hard right here, and then we can sew back through the other one, pull tight, and sew back up through 3 this time. Like I said, you don't have to sew through all at the same time because it's kind of hard to do it. If you can, that's great. If not, just sew through 1 and then sew through the next 2. Pick up 2 and go up 2, and try to keep your tension really tight. And as you can see, we are already starting the legs on both sides. So what I want you to do is I want you to for me I make 18 rows of herringbone. I didn't count the first ones, so these 2 you don't count, so you start 1 2 3, and so add 15 more, and then on this side you don't count these ones, so you have 1 2 3, add 15 more, so add 15 more on each side, and I'll be right back to show you the next step. Make sure the tension of your thread is really tight. I got these 2 legs almost done. I forgot to mention that if you want to make this a spider as a pendant, before you start adding the spider legs, it'll be easier if you weave through these seed beads. Get through this seed bead on top right here, and you can add your loop right here, and it'll be easier if you do it before you start adding the legs, because otherwise it's going to be too crowded right here. I mean, you can still do it if you flip your pendant, you can weave back here, but I mean, if you already know you want to make a pendant, it'll be good if you do it before. So you should have this part done. So what you're gonna do next, you are going to pick up 1/15, you thread it's coming out of this 15, you're going to sew up through 11 15-ohs. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Okay, so you go up 11. This seed bead will sit right here. You are going to pick up 1 15-oh. Right here, what you're gonna do is you thread, it's coming out of this seed bead. The one across is this one. So you are going to go up basically through the 12 seed bead on the other side. Okay, so we are going to sew up through this one. Okay, and we are going to pull our thread. It's coming out right here. We are going to sew down through the one across, which will be this one, just through one. Okay, and we want to pull tight. Right now we are going to come down this way through the 15-oh, and we are going to pull, and right now we are going to sew back down through the 11th seed bead, but this time we are going to sew down. It gets a little bit hard to sew through the beads. Okay, so I'm sewing down through one, and pull tight, and you should have this right now. So right now we are going to sew back up through this one, and you gotta find a way to sew through the bead. Like that. Sew through the 15, and we are going to sew up through these seed beads all the way down, and we are going to come out one before the one we started. Okay, the leg starts right here. We are going to come out one before that one, and we are going to pull, and this is what you should have. You're gonna repeat the same steps on this side, and right here to start adding our other spider leg. You can see right here our thread is coming out of this 15-oh, and you can see right here there's another 15-oh right next to it. So we are going to sew up through that one, your thread is coming out of this seed bead. We are going to pick up two 15-ohs, and we are going to sew down through this one. As you can see, the leg, spider leg starts right here. We're gonna sew through this one. It's the second 15-oh. And we are going to pull, and we are going to sew up through the same seed bead where we started, and up through one of the two we just added, and we are going to pull. And as you can see, we are starting already the other spider leg, so we're gonna pick up two more, and we are going to sew through the two seed beads again. And we are going to pull, and you gotta pull tight. You need to keep your tension tight. So we are going to, atrás coming out of this one, we are going to sew one more time through this one, and up through these two. And right now you're going to continue adding your seed beads. Remember, you add two and then sew down through one and up through two. And you are going to continue repeating this step. For this spider leg, I did 16 seed beads long. So right here, this will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 4 right now, so we gotta do 12 more. You're gonna repeat the same steps, these same steps on the other side, and I'll be right back to show you how we're gonna add our third leg right here. As you can see, I already finished the second leg right here, and I'm gonna show you how to do this one. It's the same way you did this one. If you can sew through this 15-0, you want to sew through that one. I kind of think it's too hard to go through that one, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna sew straight down, okay, because I don't want to break the bead, so we're just gonna sew down, and we are going to sew straight back up. Okay, I'm gonna flip my word. You're coming out right here, it doesn't matter where you're coming out. We're just going to sew back up like somewhere right here, okay, and we're just gonna pull, and don't pull too hard because we don't wanna, I don't think it'll do anything, but just don't pull too hard. So right now we are going to, depending where is your thread coming out of, mine is coming out of right here straight. I'm gonna go up one. I want to be coming out of the second. See, this is the base seed bead when we starting adding the first leg, so we are going to go up through one. We are going to pick up two, and right here you can see this is the seed bead we're coming out of. As you can see, there's one right next to it, So we are going to pull, and right now we are going to sew up through the 115 other we start, and if you can, up through the one that we just add, like this, and we are going to pull tight. Remember, we want to make sure our beads sit the correct way, so pick up two, and we are going to sew down through two, the one we just add in the previous one. And remember, we want to keep our tension tight. So right now we are going to sew up through this one and up through two. For this leg, you need to go ahead and add 19. So you're gonna start counting from the first one you start all the way till 19. Go ahead and repeat the same steps on this side, and I'll be right back to show you how to add the last leg. I'm done with my 19 rows, and I'm counting the two base ones, so it's 19. You're going to pick up 115 all, and it's the same steps. You're going to sew through 11, my needle is coming out one before the one that we start adding this leg. We are going to sew through one more. Just be really careful so you don't break your beads. Just wiggle your needle. And right here we are going to sew through this one right here. We are coming out of this seed bead right here. We are going to sew down through this one and through this one. So it's two, And right here we are ready to start adding the next leg. You want to be coming out of this seed bead right here. So you're gonna pick up 2 seed beads and you're going to sew through the one across. See, there's this one, there's 2, and there's this one right here. To continue, we got to go around so we can come out again through that seed bead and go up the same way we've been doing with the other ones. So we're coming out of this one, we are going to sew through this, delica, and you're gonna sew up through 2 more. Okay, and right now we are in position. I don't know if you can see, but this is the seed bead we need to be coming out of. So we are coming out of this one, so if we sew up through that one, we will be in position. You can even bring your thread up this way and you can sew down through that one, and you'll be available to see it because it's the one is holding your 2 seed beads that you add. If you can sew through both, just sew through one. I'm just sewing through the one, and then we are going to sew up through the 2 that we just added. Pick up 3 and we are going to sew down through this one. And what we need to do is we need to do the same thing. We need to go around, so go ahead and do it. So we're going to sew through this delicate, we are going to sew through the seed bead, the one where we start this leg, which is hiding right here. Okay, and we are going to sew up through 3 more seed beads like this. And right now we need to add 2 15ths and come down 1 and sew up through 3. We came down 2, we are going to sew up 3. Okay, pick up 2, sew down 1 and sew up 2. We are going to continue repeating this step until we have 18 seed beads on this side. On this side you're gonna have 19 because remember right here we add 2. Go ahead and repeat the same steps on this side. I have my 18 rows, so I'm going to pick up a 15 on, and I'm going to sew. This time I want to sew through 12. Sew up through 12 and right here I'll repeat the same step we did right here, and that should be it. If you want to make a pendant, you just add the loop right here, and if you want to make a ring, whip this thread down here and you can just start making your ring band like right here. So that's gonna be depending on what you like. I hope you guys like this tutorial. I hope it was easy to follow along. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like my videos, and share them with your friends. I'm already thinking about my 30,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm already like at 25,000, so I hope you guys subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Until next time, bye bye.